Hey everyone, in this video I want to look at the chart. Look at the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and ADA because most of them they have a similar movement, and since because of the holiday we don't see much movement. Anyway, as I mentioned, most of them they have three of them they have a similar movement. And first we start with the Bitcoin. And what we explained in my last analyzer when the price was here, I mentioned about the next drop. Now we're looking at the chart, forward chart, all right? Exactly as what explained it we get. But since the price couldn't tag the previous low, we cannot look for the divergence. The only thing is still we can expect the price continue because what we get here, the way is removing is corrective. Still we can expect the price drop. And if the price could at least retest the previous low, this low, following by divergence, then we can get a really good opportunity to look for buy. But we want to see after the holiday how the market behave and how it move because it can change the overall movement. All right, then I don't see any trades set up at this point based on forward chart. And if I move to 1 hour chart, similar explanation. All right, and technically when we see this kind of the reversal, we can look for the next drop. And as I mentioned, I don't see any trade setup. And if I move to daily chart, we are at the lowest price of this correction based on daily chart. But as what I explained, if we want to look for them trade, if based on 4 hour or 1 hour, we see the divergence, it can give us better opportunity and better trade setup. All right. But as we can see, we are based on the lowest price of the daily correction, almost the lowest price. But because if there is a breakout, then we can look for the 88. All right. But for me, I prefer to wait because as I mentioned, I don't see the trade setup. If I move to lower time frame, we want to see how the market can behave after the holiday. And if we move to the ETH, similar movement, we were expected for the next drop. This is what we get. But the price couldn't tag the previous low. We cannot look for the divergence. And at this point, we can consider this one as a correction in relative to what we have here. All right, even if you want to look for buy, if you move to lower time frame, 1 hour chart, the only option is to put the over entry above here. All right, it can be an option, but for me, I'm not really interested. And if we move to ADA, if we start with the forward chart, similar explanation, we get the drop as what we expected, and the price almost tag the or break the previous low. We see we have a, but we cannot look for the divergence. All right, because internally if we want to look for the divergence here, we can look. And for me, we don't consider as a divergence because if we want to look for the divergence, the price have to break or tag this low because we can consider on this one. And because of this is quite confusion to look for the divergence. All right, then for me, I don't consider this one as a divergence. And if we, but at this point, we can consider this one as a correction relative to what we have here. Then again, I don't see the trade setup. As I mentioned, most of the chart they have a similar movement. And if anyone wants to look for trade, the only option is to put their entry above here. Okay, I don't see anything else to discuss. And for me, as I mentioned, but if we move to daily chart, the price is almost at the lowest price of this daily correction. That's why any opportunity for buy after the market open, then for me, I will take it. But why I don't buy or I don't take the trade at this point? Because even first, we don't see the trade setup, and may we get the sharp move after the market is open, maybe. And that's why if anyone wants to take the trade, at least they're supposed to know how to manage it if the market move against the direction. Because still we can expect based on for the all time frames, all right, still we can expect the price if we move to the Bitcoin, still we can expect the price tag or break the lowest price of the daily correction. That's why we come up with these lines with the breakout. We mentioned we can look for the 88, even for the ETH we can expect, and even for the ADA, because with the ADA be the breakout to the lowest price, you can look for the breakout of the 84 cent, right? Anyway, for me, I don't see any trade setup, and we have to. For me, I prefer to wait and see after the holiday how the market behave and how it changed the overall movement. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update or any trade setup, I will share. Thanks.